Okay, so we've grabbed our soapstone and we've put a centre line front and back. Damon, if you could hold yours up.
Sure.
Okay, so now we're going to clamp that on. We know where the centre is there, so I'll put a clamp here.
Okay, Neil, I would move this whole fabric this direction up to about 1 inch from that edge, giving the excess fabric all on one end that I can cut off and use for boots,
Of course.
tails.
Of course, what a terrific idea. Yep. Okay, let me set that for you there. I'm 1 inch. I'm on the centre. I'll just double check my centre. Yep. And of course, being a square edge, we know the frame is shaped, so we don't need to worry about that 25, or the 1 inch. I keep going to say 25 mil, about the 1 inch, because the bow is shaping away from the square edge of the fabric. So, yeah, great. Do you want to trim that off, or do you want to leave that on?
No, I usually take and trim it down somewhat, not exactly super close, but
Yeah. Great idea. This way you're using the full width. This is your 80 inch. This is your 80 inch. So what you're gaining out of there is, as Damon says, you're going to get a pocket cut out of there. You refer to it as a boot, which I'm assuming is like a weather flap to keep your zip from getting weathered. Some tabling down the sides, some reinforcing. Is that what you're referring them to? So you can see Damon's got, what have you got there? 1.5 feet, 14, 16 inches of fabric.
and the curve the same of what we're going to be needing.
So we're going to have a piece of canvas left over that's going to be similar shape to the shape of our pocket. So a great little tip there. Okay, so David and I are going to virtually do exactly what David and I did with our pattern. We're just using our fabric as our pattern medium here. For those of you who don't use pattern, I certainly wouldn't recommend this, but there's nothing wrong with that at all. So let me catch up to you there, mate. I've run out of clamps. So let's just secure that side, and we'll just leave this side secured like that, and we'll work this side, and we'll show the soapstone method. So let's load this up a little more. Yep. So the method's exactly the same as what we used before with the pattern product we had. We're looking to pull front and back, and we're also looking to pull in a marine terminology, we're looking to pull outboard. So the question would be what angle you're pulling it on. So you're not pulling it 90 degrees if you like, we're actually pulling it out on a diagonal, maybe 75 degrees, depending on where we are with the radius. So similar to what we did before, we've got to the top of the radius here. We want to work the front panel. You're happy to work the front panel first? So we come around to the side here, and again, we do exactly the same as what we did with David. We're looking to get that shape. Dave, you may be able to hold that there for me, just like that. So you can see the fabric is falling over. Contrary to what a lot of people would use their fabrics in this orientation, we're actually going across the boat. Most people would always want to put a seam down the centre, so you're pulling up and down the roll. Here we're going across the boat, so not that it can't be done, it's just the way we're going to do it today. And you can we still get that beautiful shape on the side there. And again, Damon's holding that. If I can get that clamp off. We've got that beautiful shape coming around the side. We'll just clamp that there. And clamp that there. So with two hands, what we can do is we can create those beautiful shapes that we need. So I don't know if we can pick that up on the camera, but you can see there that is the shape that we're looking for. So if you could just hold that for me again. What I might do, I'll just take a snip here. Fold that under there. You see this shape we're looking for here. We're just going to get a nice bit of depth in that there. Damon's going to hold that nice and tight. I'm going to grab my soap pencil, and again we're going to do the same thing. The top of the bar, top of the bow I should say. And again we're just going to use a technique where it's in between my fingers there. We're going to bring that out, and we can see that just with a little bit of force. So you can imagine we can do this fairly quickly. It doesn't need to be a long-winded process, and again at 90 degrees underneath the bar on the orientation of where the pocket's going to sit. This again is our finished size, which we referred to earlier when we were patterning with the other pattern medium. And we're not going to take anything off of that. We're going to add to that our sewing allowance, be it a full 3/8 of an inch, 3/8 of an inch. Okay, so we're going to add 3/8 of an inch of that, and we're going to cut that there, and that'll allow us for pocket binding, a flap to cover our zip, that sort of thing. So there you have it. We can not only pattern with a pattern material, but we can use the fabric like many people do, and it's all quite simple.